da Imot election. Kanjengi Jongzo Ningbu Lungi Temba Kona Zimba Ni Kajuba She Takwa Le Tubji Karma Kamsangi Tubtop Teretengwe Namthar Dudendang Majuro Katere Shingda Namgi Loju Jesho So Namo Guru Banda Daraye Tanga Chun Se San Namo Guru Sanadal Lama Dorje Changla Chatala Lama Dorje Changla Chatala Tanga Chenam Kingi Chungkung Ne Riktuk Chapta Palen Dorje Chang Deye Ne Tharvi Tongera Chok Chayin Chegi Jungne Yamgawa Deye Yamgawa Sangha Chenam Kingi Jungkung Riktuk Chaptak Tap Riktuk Nyawa Yidak Tundro Nendo Sumdang Lamin Mi Tendro Sum Tatela Riktuk Sero Riktuk La Chapel Oh yeah. You're right. Oh no. Double John, Rip to chapter 30. Rechen. Take it. Rip to chapter 30. Chang, Day and Tarbi don't get a choke. Tarbi don't get it. Tarbi don't get that. Shinkam. Shinkam la. Kechung Mambo Yebe Nang Neta, Chok the Churbatita, Minchugi Yingi Shinkam Dinner, Tonga Chok, Chaying Chugi June Yamgawa, Deye Yamni Yamgawa, Tati, Tamba Chugi Ying Data, Tonga Shinkam the Vajaran.
So the good afternoon, Nimo Delek, everyone. And the text I'm going to start teaching on from today is entitled something like that. The concise meaning of the life of the golden rosary of Karma Kamsang Siddhas, out of which is all well known as a Kagyu tradition, who hold only the essential meaning of the teaching in the land of snow. And this is the title of the text that I'm going to teach from today. And it begins with about Vajradhara, which says, Namo Guru Vajradharaye. And that is Sanskrit supplication, which means I will, or I pay homage to my precious teaching, who is Vajradhara. And next line is begin, the source or origin of all sacred mantra dharma is the glorious Vajradhara, the all-pervading Lord of the 6 families. So sometimes this chapter, the word is just the translated on the Lord, meaning is okay. So if it's a Rigdu Chapda, then it could be Lord of the 6 families. But according to Tibetan word, it is better to say all-pervading Lord, because Kyab is pervading and that is Lord. And of the 6 families. And his realm of dwelling is the supreme city of liberation, which is also Dharmadadu, which is also Dharmodaya. In Tibetan is Chugi Jungne, if you want to know the Tibetan word, Chugi Jungne. Dharmadadu is Chugi Ing, and these are same thing, and Nyamgawa, delightful Dharmodaya. That is one. That's Trinley song. Chugi Ing, Nyamgawa, Chugi Ing.
Chirtang Dorje Chang Thea Layang. She Dorje Chang, Lamgi Dorje Chang, Tebe Dorje Chang, Dovaji, then Yawachin, Tenzin, Dorje Chang.
So generally speaking, when we say Vajradhara, we can classify them into the Vajradhara of ground, Vajradhara of path, and Vajradhara of privation.
Then in the Ming Zamjigi, then Tati Mabamato, then Arando Omegi Kausa, then she Uma Lamgi Uma Tebe Uma Theadang. Chajengi Kauso, she Chajen Lamgi Chajen, Tebe Chajen Sewa Dobo. That is so cheeky Yawosheva, you know. Then Tangma Ming did Shetan did Kagamado, Dunda de Chatan Neha Chila to now Omegi Shilam Desonganam Jaji Yawoji Sheva, you know. Then that Chaja Meshalan Deson, Zovachi Meshalan Deson, that Dorji Shang Shilan Deson, this Penjerita, Totan Chivachi. Then I charge Chembege, Shilam Desumji, Yabuchi Shebaina, then Ume Shilam Desum, Zovaji Meshilan, Charge Meshilan Desum, Dorji Shang Shilan Desum Deso, then Trotang Chibar, the level of top to get to Jensen.
And between them, Mahamadhyamika, and Mahamudra and Mahaati, only the way how we call them or how we label them or how we name them is different, seemingly different from each other, but actually they are exactly same. So even when we say the Vajradhara of ground, Vajradhara of path, and Vajradhara of privation, we are not saying something totally different than when we are taught the ground Madhyamika, path Madhyamika, and privation Madhyamika, or also the Mahamudra, Madhyamika ground Mahamudra, path Mahamudra, and privation Mahamudra, and also same as the Mahaati or Dzogchen, the ground Dzogchen, path Dzogchen, and privation Dzogchen. Therefore, if you know well one of them, let's say for example, if you know very well about what the ground Mahamudra is, and what the path Mahamudra is, and what is the privation Mahamudra is, then you already have the wisdom of all of them, the wisdom of the path, ground, path, and privation Madhyamika, and also the ground, path, privation Mahaati or Dzogchen, and what we call at this moment the ground Vajradhara, ground path Vajradhara, and privation Vajradhara. So they are just identical, exactly the same thing.
I na danda dina namdar ki tuldo da gangsak chigi megwangdo jene namdar ki tuldo shede da 다 라마데 통사다 신감로 다 파유도 지세고로 디디 다 더지 창기 파유도 더지 창기 신감도 더지 창 중서도 버제 가네래잖아 중외기 시야 네비 네서데 되는 책이 인리래 그러면서 최인 최기 중내 최탐지기 중내 최기 인 내라다 강소 중엘당 강엘당 미대위게 대내게 트바 강야 매배실나 되네 냠가와 다디 냠가와디 강 ganso ngarang to semge sue shaba che tang tene deje tobo che tang ngobo chigla tenne jungbege nyam gawa to mayimba tene ka mega nige thale tebege tene gawa chigla tin penjere ngosnge namal.
But somehow, when we are being taught about the lineage teacher, then Vajradhara is also being taught in the form of a being. Therefore, we are talking about his place, his parents, and so forth. And then it says his realm of dwelling is supreme city of liberation, which is Dharmadhatu, or Chuki Ing in Tibet, Dharmadhatu, the ultimate nature of all phenomena, if you translate in English. Dharmadhatu is again Sanskrit word. So therefore, if you are not familiar with both Tibetan and Sanskrit word, then that is what it means. The ultimate reality is the dwelling place of Vajradhara. And then furthermore, it also says, delightful Dharmodaya. Dharmodaya is Chugi Jungne in Tibetan, which means the source of all phenomena, from which all phenomena or all dharma originated. That's what the Dharma Udaya, and this, when you put these two words together in Sanskrit, then it's Dharma Udaya become Dharmodaya. And then it says delightful Dharmodaya, which means it seems there's so many happiness, but somehow, again, this is the only way that can be expressed in the words. Actually, this delight or this happiness is something beyond any word that we can express. So this is beyond being delightful or not delightful. And this is unconditional delight or unconditional comfort that is in the Dharmodaya or Chugi Jungne or in Dharmadhatu, Chugi Ing. Nasu?
Nyamgo. Tene yang de kungalong jeram jamge ching de nane dewa kunsang dumel kundosang kunsang long na dedu kang yang me sungmene dewa yang kundosang bore dumel yang kundosang bore kundosang long na dewa na dumel kang yang yo mare o de do ta nyam ga de la ta kang so 대당 미디기 탈레데와 대당 미디기 진당레 대비기 되는 거와데 인자를 냠거원.
Again, to elaborate a little more about this, the delight which is mentioned here, this is something that Longchen Ramjang taught in one of his 7 treasuries, which is called the Treasuries of Dharmadhatu, Chuingzu. He said, the happiness is also Samanthabhadra and suffering is also Samanthabhadra. Therefore, in the expanse of Samanthabhadra, there is neither suffering, neither happiness. All are beyond being suffer or being happy. So just like that, here, when Chairman mentioned about the Dharmodaya being delightful, again, this is something beyond our mundane concept of taking something delightful or something awful or not too good. So this is something beyond our ordinary concept.
네 거냠 거와 대답은네 쇼베게 초고 돌지창데 얍 수레 욤 수레스나 다 얍디 탑게랑신 칼리 탑게랑신 다 칼리스나레 탑스나 지금은 칼리 탑게랑신에 욤 수레스나 욤 알리 셰랍 동반이 게랑신 셰랍 동반이디 욤레.
And now Thamma Rinpoche is telling us his parents of this Vajradhara who reside in delightful Dharmodaya. Thamma Rinpoche says his father or his daddy, his daddy is Kali. Kali is the Sanskrit consonant. We say in the alphabet we have alphabet, then we have consonant and vowels, right? In Sanskrit and Tibetan also same. So Chairman was saying that his daddy is Kali, which is consonant, which is also I guess source of the mantra actually, but he didn't mention that anyway. And then he said this is the supreme method, Ubaya. So anyway, now here what Chairman was saying, telling us is the Ubaya and Prajna are his parents. So he says Kali or consonant, which is supreme method or Ubaya, is his father or daddy, and his mother is Ali. Ali means also yes, Ali is vowels. A, E, I, U. This is what Ali is. So vowels, and then he said this is the wisdom part or prajna, which is emptiness. So Chairman Rinpoche said, the father of Vajradhara Buddha, who dwelled in Dharmodaya or delightful Dharmodaya, his parents are Kali and Ali, his daddy and mom, Upaya and Prajna. Or yes, that's it.
Yap Kali Thab Geranshin, Yum Ali Sharab Geranshin, Dini Sungdu Jubale, Jungwegi, Sedi, Tatsuretana, Tongme Gumbo, Henjiki Chok, Hengegi, Yichi. 다 도매 공부 군도 상보스네 도매 공부 도지 초고 도지 창세나야리 다 민zam다데 맞던다 지와는 돈팀 행계초 다디 난다 가봐요랬나 셈제 탐지기 줄라 란신 행계기 주도 여도다
And the production that was produced by these two, the Kali and Ali, or the Ubaya and method, is something that is called alpha protector or primordial protector, supreme co-emergent. Khenpo has many different translations, so I think co-emergent is okay here in this case, which Khenpo literally means simultaneously born or born together. That's what Sangye in Tibetan means. But many good translators use co-emergent. So I think I really don't know exactly what it means in English itself, but I'm just following the good example, okay? So for this word, for Tibetan word, Sangye, which actually means simultaneously born together or born together, so I just say co-emergent. And this is the alpha, because in kata, in Dzogchen, we say alpha pure, kata. It's so ka and tongma is same here. Therefore, I put both words, alpha or primordial protector, tongma gombo. So, in the Dzogchen tradition, the alpha protector is Samattabhadra. In our tradition, we call the Dharmakaya Vajradhara. But actually, they are same, they are not different. And which is supreme co-emergent. And if you ask where this person or whatever it is, where it is, the production of this Kali and Ali, then this is in the mind stream of each one of us. In the mind stream of each one of us, all sentient beings. That's all.
나 때문에 생명함 얘기 지당 yap탑 탑당 실험일라 때문에 중백이 세 저거 도리 장지 못해 다 제래 내가 가르치 그 요래서나 되게 네 죄밤 제바된 삼기 미샵데 다디 가랑저게 레레션도 로유도 줄바 다 간서 삼백이 율도 줄바 말에 삼백 율레 대바 로이 율레 대바래 뭐 촉도 시와 동니 동만이 쇼맹ang 쇼메사나다 동만이기 뭐 동만이게란진데라 강계양 죄조 매바 강계양 쇼도 매바 Gangi yang, then Kanso Chomya Meva to Vaji, the Lata, Shameki Ngang La. Da Mo Rang Tongba Data Bigi Ngang Le, then Kanso Rangshin Di. 다 예방가 된 롱제조비기 꾸르 신네 되네 셈jen 장당냠비 셈진게 장당냠바 뚫비 도든세기 요래 다 예방가 된 세들 롱고 예방가 된 세기 요라 다 지당 롱고 리가 샤르종가 머가베 신감나 롱고 도르제 셈바 다 로족발란데 메싱은 로족 롱고 린신종네 나 노족 다와징게 싱은 롱고 나와타에다 장조레라 조베 싱은 롱고 도여주바 대탐제장 예방하된 당 예방하된 세대 가르치거는 당바 신함 예바 샤종음 다 도르지 셈바더바나 신함 예바 샤종음 말고 신함 rinjin dobayna singam ngeba lojo balande me singam nangwa thai dobayna singam ngeba nupcho dewa jingi singam tene de dobayna jangjo lara chobegi singam te da singam ngeba sing ngeba tene temba ngeba se da ngeba niba temba ngeba se yore temba ngeba de da sharjong ngomar go singam na longo dāya dhūpa, dāya ui nāmbar dāngzi rā, dīdī ngā lā, dā tūmbā ngā, lōnggui tūmbā ngīpa ngā, shīngāp ngīpa, tūmbā ngīpa, dāni khōr ngīpa, dā dīchō lā, dāni khōr ngīpa, sāchū chāngchī sāmbā khōna yu sīgidō, yin sīgidō yu tuwa lōnggui kī, 롱고 링에게 코르데다 사주 장제서 막고는 되네 뒤에 봐 뒤에 딱와 준기 콜로세 다 건조 롱고에게 신감되잖아 되네 최기 콜로 코로당 메코로와서 얘기 내가 들어보면 뒤에 딱와 너드네 건조 최기 콜로 코로코로와 인 버도 근데도 되네 뒤에 봐 되네 최응해봐 되네 최응해봐 다 공소 지상 태과심을 뒤에 나오는 상하도지 베기 최코나 송게다 되네 최응해봐 어디라다 예방가 된 게출도 쇼네 되네 대 시솔레 세미게 장단념베 줄바 펜네 세미게 조던 되게 요래
And now, talking about his conduct, this alpha protector or primordial protector co-imagined the Vajradhara or Samantabhadra. Then the text says, his conduct is inconceivable. So, the way how he acts is beyond our ordinary conception. That's why it says his conduct is inconceivable. But somehow the essence of him is supreme peace and indestructible emptiness. This is his nature or essence. And how he performs the benefit action for others is, it says, from within this supreme peace and indestructible emptiness, he manifests as Sambhogakaya, endowed with 5 certainties, and he performs beneficial activities for beings with emanations equal, okay? Equal to that of the numbers of sentient beings. So which means no matter how much sentient beings are there, the Vajradhara can emanate that much emanation in order to benefit them. Now, the special qualities of or characteristics of Sambhogakaya is something we call 5 certainties. Ngepa nga. Then is the possession, so endowed with 5 certainties. Then if you ask, what are they? What are 5 certainties? Then the answer is 5-fold certainties. The certain place is the only pure land. So which means this Buddha's, Sambhoga Buddha's teaches in only pure land, such as Western Sukhavati or Abhirati in the east, or Western, the southern pure land of Ratnasambhava Buddha, or the middle pure land of Vairocana Buddha, or northern Buddha, Amangasiddhi, pure land. So these are in now for this time we can call all of them are in Sambhogakaya form. So in the eastern pure land, Vajrasattva or Akshobhya Buddha is the Buddha Tempa Ngeba. We say Tempa Ngeba. First, you can say the certain teacher, which is only Sambhogakaya. And then he teaches only there in the pure land, 5% certainty. And the certain form is adorned with the marks and signs. See, this is what it says. Marks and signs is also different way of usually most of the translator, they translate as major and minor marks of Buddha. In Tibetan we say Chen and Peche. So, but here it says marks and signs. Anyway, this is a special quality of Sambhoga Buddha. It says, and the certain teaching, and we have 5 certainties. So one of them is teaching. So the Dharma they teach is only the Mahayana Dharma. Mahayana Dharma, they don't teach anything else than Mahayana Dharma. And then certain retinue, we say, or entourage, Khor Ngeba. In Tibetan we say Khor Ngeba. So all the students that receive teaching from this Sambhogakaya are all bodhisattvas or female, both female and male bodhisattvas. I don't know if I can say bodhisattvas. I never heard saying that. But in English, in Hindi, mostly they put in that way, for the female. So anyway, I better say male and female bodhisattvas both, of the 10 bhumis. Only of the 10 bhumis. And the certain time is unceasing or for as long as samsara lasts. So they just keep teaching until samsara is completely emptied. That means they are still teaching. But since we are not one of them who reside on 10th bodhisattva level, we don't hear them. So this is what the 5 certainties are. And then
Ngebangaringi kapsu yang Twitter position Then jiranga che nyembege kapsu then ju tsenyi pegba dolam shechegi wang de chena che nyembege kapsu da nege chen som tima tuk mizimba nga feya la soba tendege da chen pangne then che nyengore se Then they chen some say the Nawa minion couple double chen say. The Lu Che Nyemege Della Yena, same day Che della Mevata, Chirola Nami in the Dona, then Nawa minion couple double chen. Ne de 다 카야 랑네 출로나 되네 추서를 네 카범네 출로나 되네 대추데 네디 추서 말 매바도 다 디더버자게 이엘라메된 샤들 다베전데 양 셈 쳐라 때바 있나양 류 쳐들라 때셈 쳐라 때바 있나양 되네 틱던 다레레신도 예라 셈라 샤오마다 셈라 샤야 메바데네 찌글레디 찌글디 바당 찌글디 찌글디 바당 나 되네 예라 메된 샤벨다면 주 되네 네 샤벨기 나라 출로바던 더보이세 네 샤벨즈나 샤베 공부벌 디나라 출로나 되네 강야 산네메바 가절로네마 셔라 텐도 다 되네 샤벨 되네 마임바 되네 강도 된 relation 되네 셈라 샤도바 된도바 거기에 되는 되네게 전 대소당 빵비기 토네 되네 최신 거예요.
니디 찍디 성마 가법다고
가법 예라메된 샤도다베제 녀망당데 독진다베제 녀망당데 독진다베제 되네 강도 양 최년 최르 최절데 셈체 년바였나요 녀망당데 당에 최디dum네 디 강도다 최신의 노를 주소 삼라다야 저거다 양가브레 최세겐 라마 최신 코로나에 당하는 케서를 삼백이 되네게 나제기 도박에 더 중반이나 되네 다 칼라 상보디 독당제바 독당제는 사와나 신차리여서 요망단에 도진다비진 된대게 젠데서 매비기 토네 빵비기 토네 되네 주년술디 다 주택이 대비 가서 된대로 있어요.
So when we are talking about these 5 certainties of Sambhogakaya, I would like to say something more about how we should listen to Dharma in general way, according to the causal characteristic yana, which means the Sutra yana. This is a different way of saying. So according to Sutra yana, out of Vajrayana or Mantra yana and Sutra yana, Gyutsenyi Thekpa, we use that is Dolam, that is the path of Sutra. So Gyutsenyi Thekpa means, if I translate literally, it is causal yana of characteristic. That's what it says. But what it means is the Sutra yana way. According to Sutra yana, then it says, it is very important for all of us who are receiving any teachings to avoid or to give up something called the threefold or 3 shortcomings of the container and 6 stands, okay? Stands. Let me pronounce correctly. And then, first, what are the 3 shortcomings or faults of container? It says, for example, if you have a good food, let's say, or drink, and if you want to pour into a cup, which is container, but if you put the cup upside down, then no matter how much you put, it will never get in it. It just go out. Just like that, this is the metaphoric example. Whenever you're listening Dharma, you have to pay attention. You should not be distracted. Otherwise, no matter how profound and vast the Dharma is being taught, you will never get it if you don't pay attention and if you are distracted. So, distraction or not paying attention is the first shortcoming or fault of the container who is receiving the Dharma. And second is, say, if you don't, even you pay attention to the teaching and you understand at that moment when you are receiving, but if you don't keep them in your mind, then it's not going to be beneficial for you again. And the example given here is the container had a hole at bottom. So no matter how much you pour in the container, if there is a hole bottom, then it just keep going out, never remain in the container. Then at the end, you will have nothing in the container because everything is already went out. Just like that. Pay attention at the beginning when you are being taught and keep them in your mind. Make sure that you remember so you can apply them whenever it is necessary in your life. And then the third shortcoming or third fault of container is mentioned poisonous, right? The adjective, how to say poison or poisonous, right? Poisonous container. A container that's possessed or that has some poison in it. So like that. If you have a good food or drink, and if you pour or keep them in a container which already had some poison there, then it becomes something that you cannot eat. And then that means it is not useful. Just like that, when you listen Dharma from a teacher, then your mind should be completely pure of benefiting others and including oneself, rather than mixing with any, we call klesha mind, which are the negative thoughts saying that I'm going to receive this teaching, then I will teach others, then I become a very famous one. Or maybe I'm going to get this precious teaching, then I will teach to others by charging lots of money so I can make money and wealth and so forth. This kind of motivation is something called a container that has poison in it. So it is not going to benefit anyone. Therefore, you should be completely free of these three fault or shortcoming of container when you receive a Dharma according to Triyana tradition. That's all.
Then that you think to be of the Dendin, Sanga Dorji TV Kapsuga share now. Then Sanga Dorji TV also Wang Shui Kabina and Tin Big Kabina and Lung Sugar Kare Kabina and Tangebardo, then Nebanga then the Sulukomne, Cheshu, Wang Shu, Ti Lushu, Lung Sugar Security. Did Nebanga then say the Kare Security now? Tangarando Che Shusa in and Wang Shusa in and Sunny D, da Sose Meba Tardo. Yana or Menchuging Shinkami Yambadang. Yana then Nupchi Devajing Shinkami Yambadang. Dinashin Kandar Nedi Shinkam Chido Komgo. Then about Tumbang Yabadi, Tache Nankin and Wang Nangan Lama in and the Tao Ganze Wang de Komba Bamiki Wang to Vajinang Tumbadi. Then Chu Wang Nankin Lama de Webame Sumi Yambadang. Then Najan Mitobigi Wang to Vajin, not Wang Lung Tito Nangbaina, the Tumbadi, Chu Nangan Lama de, then Komba Mitoba. Lots of touch a young markation of the Tomba in Yambadang or Dinashin da Kogo. Then Ning about Tombang about Cheng about the Ta Conso Combo Bami down to Wiki Che and Kare Naya, Sanga Dorje Tebigi Che Yimba Yin Yambegi Nebatang. Teme calling about the Ganzo Tombadang Shingam de Comba Vameto Combaina, then calling about the Tawajing Shingamne, then Nebe Changi Sambadang Tajamba, Tesu Yin Combada. Then I say Shashonga Margavation Gomne, Tomba, Mitovala Combaina, Chedi, Gonzo Cordi, Shashonga Margavagi Shingamna, Changes and make a corridor in Yambadang. Then doing about the do Tawajungi color. Then that do some do message that Yana do some Junjemeva Yana do make it so that Kandar Sangadoji the Junjemeva con or Sangagi Wang Dang Chu Gangshu in a young that 강서 semge mikwa de titobo je sedamne shugo ge yobar.
And that was which we talk about this avoiding or giving up three faults or three shortcomings of container is primarily based on the Sutrayana tradition or what we call the causal yana of characteristic. Now the result, we sometimes also call result yana, Devutekpa, but according to Vajrayana, then what just have been taught about these five certainties is very important. It's very important for us to be endowed with idea of five certainties of visualization or imagination. For example, if you are taking any kind of empowerment that is from Vajrayana, whether it is Amitabha empowerment or Buddha Vairocana related to him, or Akshobhya, any one of these five Buddha families, then you have to visualize these five certainties we call Nepanga. And then, for example, let's say if you are getting an empowerment of Vairocana Buddha, then how you can imagine or visualize five certainties at that time is, you should think no matter where you are receiving this empowerment, the place, the location, is not the ordinary one, not the ordinary mundane realm of mundane world. Rather, you should think this is the real, pure Buddha, pure land, Buddha pure land of Vairocana Buddha, which is called Bhokmin in Tibetan. If you prefer Sanskrit name, then this is called Akanistha. Akanistha is Sanskrit word. What it means is unsurpassed place. There is no more higher than that. Hokmin. Hokmin is a very poetic way. It says, it is not the low one, which means it's the high one. Hok is actually the lower one. Min is not. Negation is there. So this also comes from Sanskrit term, Akanistha. So that is the certainty of place. And the guru or the teacher from whom you are receiving empowerment should be visualized as the real Buddha Vairocana, and that is the certainty of the teacher. And then the certainty of retinue or entourage is whoever is taking empowerment with you, either, whether they are male or female, you should visualize all of them, bodhisattvas and bodhisattvanis, or dakas, dakinis, rather than just ordinary human being. And then the time in this particular biography of Dorje, it says 3 times and no time, beyond time, which means no time, beyond time. Or Takpa Gyunki Kolo, also we sometimes say like this, the permanent time, the will of continuity. And this has a different way of explaining. Anyway, and that's the time. And the Dharma you are receiving is the Mahayana Dharma, and so forth. So this is very important when you are receiving any empowerment or teaching in Vajrayana. And same with the Amitabha Buddha. If you are getting Amitabha empowerment, then the location or the place where you are receiving should be visualized as the Sukhavadi. Again, if you are receiving something that is related to the Vajra family of Akshobhya, then you should visualize the place where you are receiving is Abhirati, and the teacher is Akshobhya Buddha himself, and so forth. So this can apply exactly the same way to the all five Buddha families, except the names are different of Buddhas and the Pure Land. So this is when this is talking about the 5 certainties, this is more related with the Vajrayana practice.
Te mayimba jene ne di da nga koro igi ne tabo ji dira samde che sunga lama di tamel ki kangsa chikdo yimba samde na tene penjer damsik nyam tsarayda sanga ki damsik nyam ya kale khabore sanga damsik kale khabore soye goya ki tsawa tabo ji dinde la toke yore tene Lama la Gangsa Tamel bar chikdo ta 대단해 대 코르기 네 지도다 마랑도 타멜 상마 되네 타멜 소소게 지도 삼되나 되네 편제 상하기 담시 냠로게 버는 상하기 담시를 네 두게 말하면서 다 자외 담시랑다 냠에 말해 연락이 담시 지도 냠죠다.
So if we cannot visualize them as it has just mentioned or described, then even before we get any empowerment, we are breaking samayas of not being able to have this pure vision of visualizing them in that way. That's why it is said that it's not easy to keep the samaya of Vajrayana. So if you consider the guru from whom you are receiving empowerment as just a ordinary human being, and also if you consider yourself who is receiving empowerment just as an ordinary human being, and the place where you are receiving, if you consider the place just as it is, an ordinary human place, then you are already starting breaking samayas. Therefore, the reason why it is said it's not easy to keep the details of samaya of Vajrayana. But somehow, we are not breaking the root samayas at this point, we are breaking some branches of them.
뒤니 두선 뒤에 근도 중 천당 배제 연된 근당 된 대답을 초기 돌지 장전부 되네 천상부 숨주산이다 배제 제주기 연된 대나신 다독주 미지발라서 연된 근당 된 말에 현장 똑당마도 개발래 있나양 디 똑바당 마도방 오셰바당 마셰바 모토바당 마도비 개발래 다당 마다 군접기 다과 신감나 마다바 군접기 나와 술도 중개해 바래 된라 다당 마다 심마도 다된 뇌베 땡내잖아 되네 다봐야 심마도 마다봐야 심마도 다 다당 마다바 니가 되네 니가 레테바 다당마다 베기 타녀레 대바 다당마다 베기 진당레 대바 다 인세다 단 다디나 장아란도게 줄라예베 시 우마스면세다 시 차지면세다 상마 편제되도 직받는다.
Now, Rinpoche is telling us when this alpha protector or primordial protector, Tsomo Gombo, takes place or appears, then he says, he appears in the time of 3 times and no time. He appears in all time of 3 times and no time. And then he possesses all qualities of major and minor marks. Again, this is Tsentang Penje. Major marks are, we call the 32 marks, and Peje, which is, we translate as minor marks, are we call the 80 different marks, 80. And then, when it says all qualities, also include many other qualities, such as fearlessness, that is described, one of the qualities of Buddha, and then 10 power, or Dashabala, top 2 in Tibetan, that describe another quality of, and all qualities are inherently there with them. And even he is this alpha protector, co-emergent, Vajradhara is like that, but somehow, depending on being realized or not realized, it relatively appears both pure and unpure. So for the samsaric being, they appear something like unpure, and for for higher beings, let's say they appear as pure. But anyway, no matter how they appear in the relative world, or relatively kunsoptu, in reality, which is ultimate, the ground of both purity and unpurity is unestablished. This is in Tibetan with a Shi Madup. Shi Madup means there was no base at all, no ground. So Madup, I translate as unestablished. Unestablished. See, I have to use wider my mouth. Unestablished. Okay, that means in reality, what it means is in reality, in the ultimate point of view, there is nothing called pure or not pure. So it says, in reality, the ground, the base of both purity and impurity is unestablished. That's all. Don't let any data matter. She might do listen. Let's know.
She might do. Dog down, mother, you have got a meva did she matum now. Then I'm around to la Kangbathea, me there, Kawathea, the Mamboji Nangido, the Carere, Samna. The Ravrip Chenla Tashi Tongboso, now I am the daughter to me. The Ravrip Chen second day, Mother Pesha Mount Savaneta. Teenage Segedo, me TV Nasa again Jilla, then a Migla Taza Batabodona, Yara Yoretobodon, then the Mamboji Nangi Ores. Then a Dung Carvola, Dung Server Tongi Ores, then they said, Tati, Maranzo, Rabbit Chingi, Nedi Carresena, Nizindong, Tenzin Trinley ne Rabrigen Tiba beginning in Netable, you can date your law, Tashet on Tambo to the now non shin, around to law, then a Tenzin the thingy, Nasa de Yobalatene, Nangi over here. Inaya now what are the ranching temper to Bongo to buy your revisena, your married, now I am dead out to buy me. Now the Nangi already in a turn to buy your married. Pierna Milam Nala, then a Kawi King over the Magawe Nuvo, Kadenangi or in a niece the Kaya your married, Tidam Chibari, so the Donna to buy me. 대신 다우당 마다우 똑바군 탐제되네 남다우 침보 대신도 되네 다과당 다과 신감나 마다우 코로에게 군도 똑바 탐제 되네 오늘 코랑 란신기 차네 오늘 차네 제나 되네 넘버다가 침보 마도 되네 툴베게 나와데 마다우에 나와 다우당 마다우 니가 요 말이 세서는 다 메다니기 달에 대비 남닥체 보인스.
So, since it says, in reality, the ground of both purity and impurity is unestablished, which means there's no base at all, then we may ask, then why we can see so many different things, like houses or whatever in our life. Then example given here is it says, even though object, this is very classical traditional example, okay? Even though object such as comes, you come, right? C-O-M-B, com, right? Com, okay. And flies, fly, the flies. Such as right? Coms, okay. Even though object such as coms and flies and so on appear to those who have eye disease, such as cataracts, right? Is that correct? Okay. So it says, for those who have this eye disease, sometimes they see something coming in front of their eye when there is nothing actually, because of their disease, because of their cataracts, because of their cataracts, when they don't really exist. And then another example also, we usually say, people with the disease, jaundice, you know jaundice? Jaundice, right? Jaundice, it says in the text, it said that people who have jaundice will perceive everything in yellow color. Even the white conch, they see yellow conch. But in reality, it's not yellow, it's white. So these are examples given here. It says, even though objects such as comb, flies, and so on appear to those who have eye disease, such as cataracts, but they don't really exist. In the same way, all these concepts of both purity and impurity are great and completely pure from the beginning. So, which means again, this is because we have to use a word. That's why namtak Khenpo, a great and completely pure. But it means actually this is beyond being pure or impure from the beginning. That's all. This is awesome. Okay, so we can stop here and we will have 30 minutes break. Then 3:30 we will start our Q&A session. Let's do the short dedication. Sonam deye tamje zigbani tamne nyebe nanam tamje nengega naje bala duwa siben sode rowan rowan sho jambalam bawa chidre khenpa kondo sangbo deyan deyin de teda kongi jeso lada gyawan deda tamje rabdung sangye kusum nyebe shila da shunye megyur dembe shila gende mejen dembe shila ge chidra mawa manon. See you at 3:30. That's all. Again, welcome back to our Q&A sessions. And I have few questions now. I might get more while we are doing this from Lama Sonam. Let me ask them, which I already have. Then when we are done with this one, if any one of you in this fan room has question, then you can ask. Okay, first one. Was Dharmachakra ever recognized to be an emanation of Amitabha Buddha? Dharmachakra de Obama Jubaresine Munzi Cheyerbese, Munzani Cheyerbese, University, Obama Jubara, Munzi University. I have never heard of him being recognized as an emanation of Amitabha. Okay, that was easy. And the second, will all great master display Shariram, Rinsel, etc. after they pass away? Are there any other factor that can affect their display except for their own realization? What does that mean? Are there any other factor that can affect their display? Oh, okay. I got it. Then Lama Khenpo Tunzu Saravana. Lama Khenpo Tunzu Jingla Pedro with the Gapsu. Hangmagi, Tine Ringsel Tari Shariram Singh Ringsegan, number Mandabaji Dola. Attindi Yungu Yorbese. Tene the Mayimba Konaba. Are there any other factor that can affect their display? Tene Chumdru that Chumdrus and Zumdru that exactly Rinsel Zumdru Zumdru. Titeala, Tene Lama Tunzola Koranzo talk about Mayimba Shayang, Tene Ugyen Shampa in the Yorbese. Talk about. And that is all that talk about him and then she go Doji Shisha. Talk about Chijong then Jumba, the Mayin Begi, then Shamba Ugyen today, University, Honamba Dam, and Zumprudent to Guyen, talk about Mayin by Ugyen Shamba University, the Michigan, Minutimindu. Angbode, Lama Sama Shing Pedro also, Shari Ramras over in the Younger base, Nibade, then talk about my imbegi, Shamba Kona Balian, and Ugyen, can you ever don't do then to Yaki, talk about Mana, send it.
Talk about men, Kanso Devadang, Devadang Megula Tene, younger.
Taba Mogu, Lama Tiro, Loma Never, that's
Mario. Perna Amakemaji, Kisola, Sangye, Temgi, Dushike Ballad, and the Rinze Tomas. Is all the one Deban Magazine or did over.
Look at this Shishagame, which is wrong. Also. Then Niba did that Shumati, Yankee, Joadranchik Dona. So the second question is being answered first. Khenpo said, it also depends very much on the devotion and unbroken samaya of the student in order for the teacher to display in all these miraculous things, such as producing shariram or relics and so forth. And we have a very nice history. Khenpo just mentioned initially, and he permitted or also asked me to say a little bit about that story. The story goes, if you have read the instruction from Rinpoche, which is called the words of my perfect teacher, then it is there. So you already know that. You already know that, but there is no shortcoming of hearing again. Only there is a benefit of hearing again. So story goes, there was an old lady in Tibet in the ancient time who had a son, and the son has a business in India at that time. And then because he has a business in India, the son used to travel to India again and again. Each time the son goes to India, then mom always asks and requests her son to bring a relic from Buddha, because Buddha was born in India and cremated in India, and everything was in India relating to Buddha. So mom just kept asking his son to bring a relic of Buddha from India, so I can make my prostration, my offering, and so forth. But since son was a businessman, he kept forgetting of bringing anything back, because he was too busy with his business matters or business job or business activity. So then one time, his mom asked him very earnestly and saying that this time, if you're not going to bring anything for me, again, if you forgot, then I will suicide right in front of you. So mom told the boy, the son, this, but unfortunately, he forgot again. He forgot again until almost he reached home. Then when he saw his home, then he remembered what the mom told him. Then he has to do something, otherwise mom will commit suicide if he go empty-handed again. Then he looked around and he found a dead body of dog, a dog, dog, okay, dog. Then he pulled out of the dog one canal teeth. Then he wrapped in a very nicely in a brocade. And then he brought this and gave to mom and saying, this is the real teeth of Buddha. Mom, of course, mom was so, happy because she really trusts her son. Then she had tremendous sense of devotion and confidence and faith, and she made every day lots of offering to this, put on her shrine. Then one day, because of the power of her devotion and faith and offering and practice, actually this canal teeth of dog was able to produce relics out of it. So many relics come out of the dog's canal. And that was, of course, it is just a bone from dog head, nothing to do with the Buddha or any high Lama, but only because of the power of her devotion, her confidence, her offering, and her practice, then the canal teeth of the dog actually becomes something that can produce relics for her. So this is a very excellent example. Not only the realization of Guru, no, also it depends on your devotion, samaya, and everything of the student in order for the guru to produce these miraculous things, miraculous display.
Amadi Tondi Amadi Pumbane, the Chabu Baton Rization was.
And then Khenpo said, this old lady who trusted her son very much and believed that it was a real relic or teeth of Buddha, she made so much offering and with full confidence and devotion. Actually, she also became one of the accomplished yogini. When she passed away, and there was rainbow, and also she could produce another relics from her body. That's that was the middle. Didn't that the land and body? The Lama Singh people, Changma, the Europe, Yomarsidia, and that the Joanido, Chigla that the Lama de la Dogba Mayan by Shan, Ugyen, Changna, Karichangores, the land gaps are on. That Lama Changma person, Jimmy Dilayati, and say shed it or Pocket Basic. And for your first question from the same person, Khenpo says there is no certainty or no guarantee saying that every high Lama produce shariram or relics after they pass away. It depends on situation. Okay, we are done with the internet questions. Today I'm not receiving any more from Lama Sonam. I think that's all. So if any one of you have any question, please feel free to ask. Please come closer, then I can hear better.
Thank you. This is from this morning.
Okay.
When you said that when they're doing the cremation and all these ceremonies after Chakme Rinpoche's death, that among all the offerings that were given, the many attendants and that were armor, like helmet and armor for war. I don't see why.
Kudung Shubuka, Tension, caught up in the Pura Sedua. The Tawatin Zola caught up Hanky Pukuris and Mox. Tension, the young man, a chicken, she of the Kudung Shubuka, 10
Tension, Pudong, Guten, Sungden, Tukden, and a chase the chase the Samanada. The Gondo Rabatizo Mayimata, Pojon, Lamachima Momutan, Jero, chose the Zola Pain, Jero.
caught up
Nima Lama Dizo, the caught up the Kero Togo Dogo, Lama Mama Mujago. And young Machida Gima Carvatizo, Marche Chogin, Marche Keto is very.
So actually, this armor, the helmet and the armor are also needed in the ancient time in the camp of the high lamas. And they always carried together, and then most of the time they use in a protector shrine room. They put like a Mahakala room like that. And also they can be used in different matter if necessary. But usually there is a tradition of making offering of armor and helmet, but not bicycle. Okay, I'm just kidding. Okay, any other questions here? Okay, you come closer here.
First, I want to say thank you because really just even these few words this morning. Oh, so maybe I'll take this. Hello, I want to say thank you to Khenpo and both for this teaching. It's very inspiring. I only heard a few words because I was working, but I really appreciate it. It inspired even more faith in Karma Chakme Rinpoche, who I have heard of before and had great faith in. And I wanted to ask if Khenpo would do lung for the Zuktor, Duk Kar Moi, Gom, De, Dewa Chengi, Ching Du. Yeah, you know, because sorry, my pronunciation's not so
That's
good.
okay, yeah.
But you know, because this was in the teachings that the Karmapa did, the adversity, and so I was wondering if it was possible to get the lung here. I have it, and then also I would like to make make a gift to Khenpo of this picture of yeah, can I do that? Yeah.
Mola, from the Turkey, come there, I should not have.
They did it, huh? Tanda dungara, tanda jua yana keja ma.
Okay, Khenpo was requested to give oral transmission of this, what I have translated as a white parasol or dukar. That was written by Chakme Rinpoche again. And one of the 13 ashu, that's called 13 ashu, all of which begin from A. That's why it's called ashu. And this is one of them. And Khenpo accepted the request, but he wanted to make sure first that there is no question anymore. If there is question, since this is a Q&A session, he should answer the question first. If there is no more question, then if time left, then Khenpo said he will do the transmission, oral transmission. Okay? And you are done now? Okay, what you have?
Yeah,
Yes, it's from the teaching on Vajradhara, just, the last session. Khenpo said Vajradhara is the lord of 6 families. Could he talk about the 6 families? Thank you.
당뭐 링아디 저와 링아랑 지와랑 근데 다 대탐지 직도 되거든 강서 초고 도지장 또
So usually the Vajradhara is called the Dharmachakra, the 6th Vajradhara. As we have in our intermediate Mahakala or long Mahakala, we say Chuku Tukpa Dorje Changchenpo, which means the great Vajradhara, Dharmachakra, the 6th. Which means is you already know the 5 Buddha families, and Vajradhara is the lord of all these 5 Buddha family. Therefore, he's counted as a 6th Buddha family. That's why it's all pervasive. all-pervasive Lord of the sixth Buddha family. Yes, sixth with the TH, Tukpa. So in text, it just say the all-pervading Lord of six families. That's why it was translated only that way. But what it means is sixth Buddha family. So he's the sixth. First, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth with the TH. That's the reason why it's called sixth Buddha family. That's what Dixon said. Okay, please come in. Closer, please, closer.
Okay, I want to get back to that story about the son that brings a false relic of the Buddha to his mother.
No, he brought a hand and teeth of a dog.
Of a dog?
Yes.
But, and he made believe his mother that this was a relic of the Buddha.
Yes, yes.
Because that's what she wanted.
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Okay, so I understand it's an example for devotion because his mother got to be very devoted towards the relic. However, I have difficulty understanding how this can be right speech, right action, you know? Where's the ethics here?
Ethics?
Ethics of making believe his mother in a falsehood. How can this be right speech?
I don't get the point here. Ethics of who? The boy or mom?
From the boy. From the boy. The son makes believe his mother. How can that be right speech, right intention, right?
No, he has the right intention because he would like to save her from committing suicide. That's what he has. But I will ask Khenpo anyway. But he had a very good attention.
No, the intention was good.
Yeah, intention
but
was very good because
does this
he would
mean
like to save mom from committing suicide.
Yeah.
That's why he had to do that.
So
Because
if the intention
he
is
didn't
good,
have any other option at that time.
okay, so if the intention is good, then you can do anything.
Okay, let me ask him that part. Okay.
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 I just wanted.
Okay, I got
just
it.
wanted Lama Yeshe to have a party. Here.
Okay, I got it. Tagiti kiso la renje thong sa yawala. Tene putigi amala tene kiki sote tene kyasen share de la. Tene ko kulong yakwo madawa se. Ne kulong ba yakwo re kulong yakwo me ba ama rangso jie ne skyabe thong do khol tene thap se u thong ti che ba la no.
Thap me be.
Ti ba la. Ti ji tene ko ngabe go sos tene ti mare lap chi me to khogi. Tene ti na se khogi yang ja. Tene kulong ngaba yo na choba khande chene digre be se do. Ti mena dung chena dung mang. Ko chwa ti ding chela kan de xiong. Kulong yak bo yo na choba de namba khande yo na digre be se do.
제가 강서 펜백이 제바는 되게 하루로는 펜바 네바메바 펜바에 말하라는 네바메바 펜바에는 되게.
So even you have a perfect motivation or intention such as the boy had, which actually because of which even the dog cannon could produce relics, and because of which even his mom dead body could produce relics. These all came from that intention actually. So if you have a good intention with a skillful thinking that is not going to harm anyone but benefit in this way for oneself and for others, then any conduct, that's how you pronounce it, any conduct that is motivated by a good intention of helpful intention is acceptable. Okay.
Tamba Kenamigi Chedali Kitik Sunyin Chiyun Chemitos Sungayore. Then it in the Sambala Legere, then the Kedi Karina, the Luma Jabal de la Raligimare.
So generally speaking, in all Buddhist teachings, it says the intention is the most important thing. And it also says the result that will follow, which means that is going to be produced by your action of speech and and physical activities will not follow how the action was done by your physical and speech, but it will follow according to how it was motivated by your intention.
Yep.
Sangye jamnen dege jang tene lunga gi choba te jamba de la tene da kanzo nangwa yo sem nge ma ke de la tene du nam yang nangwa me no.
So again, as Bodhisattva Shantideva said, sometimes your action of body speech could be, the word he used is decline, which means it could be seemingly a wrong one, but your mind, the action of your mind could never be in that way, which means as long as your the action of your body speech is motivated by a good intention, then that's okay, even it looks little bit not correct from outwardly, but eventually it will be something good. And also Buddha said in Sutra that if it is necessary, then there is a time when some wrongdoing of your body speech is permitted, but somehow your wrong motivation is never permitted, which means even from outwardly, even it seems from the mundane point of view, whatever you are doing is something wrong, but as long as if it has been motivated by a correct and then genuine, helpful motivation, then it could never be wrong. That's the point why when Buddha said that. Okay, what's your next question now?
Well, it's on the same point. If my intention is correct, because we observe many people around us, married people who finally divorce because somebody finds that they were not told the truth, for example. The intention may have been good at the beginning, but it's like if the mother had found out that the tooth was not at all a relic, I think the son would have been in trouble because she would have said, you lied to me. You lied to me. Maybe your intention was good. And the reason it worked is that she didn't find out. She passed away before finding out.
He was lucky, huh?
No, but intention is one thing, but saying truth, I thought was a real
thing.
requirement of being
Real
a
thing.
Buddhist.
Okay.
If I'm
Okay.
a Buddhist.
Okay, let me ask
Yeah.
you. 근데 거기서는 꿀렁 약고 되게 배 약고를 해서 이나야 삼성 꿀렁 약고 전에 얘네 든듯이네 계제 방법 마시나 정말 하고는 되게 여러 참 소식이 돼서 삼성 되는 단다 초에 게임에 든저야 방법 직 꿀렁 약고 계진년 보시 정말 계제 주마시도 하고 봐도 되네 하가 차로 든데 요래서 엔 단단도 이나야 부득이 아마라 팬섬 전체 이나 아마기 부득이 되는 짜선시도스네 하고 여봐 이나 되는 콜을 빼 여러 참 중수사를 봤어요. 등에 뭐 저도 전부 다 먹은 거 시선도 내 점으로 다들 양 좋아를
jirtang semge wala nyeba me thing. Tamba kewa ina tene lunga ki choba te gangso kalwa cha na ya dila nyeba me thong.
So generally it is said that there is no negativities in a virtuous motivation.
Tene de bodhi Koran samba samba ke bala tene nokta majung ara. Koran ge yang amala samba nge ma dobo je ke ne tena tan yo ju yo si ji do. So de jin na tene samba ke ko samba manya ma go se ya jung den da.
And also usually, if you really motivated with the helping mind of others, then it usually goes right. It never goes wrong. For example, in this place, also he really wanted to help his mom, then he lied in order to help her, then everything went well until the end. So if something is done through a pure, genuine motivation, which is full of bodhisattva, bodhicitta, or helping or compassion, whatever you call, then they usually goes quite well all the time. And in this story, also same case, he had a real pure motivation to help her temporarily from committing suicide, and ultimately to achieve the blessing of Buddha. Then it went well, just as it was motivated by him. So, any more questions? Yes. Come closer, please.
Asking because nobody else has a question. So it's still about the sixth Buddha family,
Okay.
Vajradhara. I was under the impression from a teaching that Khenpo gave maybe 2-3 years ago, I don't remember, but it's about the 5 Buddha families. And I always thought of Vairochana as something that was described today, Vajradhara, that he is the embodiment of all the wisdom of the Dharmakaya, and he rests in the bliss of the Dhammadaya, and especially in the sense that he doesn't have the characteristics of the other 4 Buddha families. He's like kind of without characteristics, but everything is in him, co-emergent.
Okay.
So I thought we already have like a Buddha family that's exactly like Vajradhara, and that is Vairochana.
Okay.
That's what I thought
Okay.
at that time. Yeah.
So you thought the Vairochana is the Lord of all, providing of all Buddha families? Is that what you mean?
Yeah, I thought because
Okay.
he is in the center,
Yeah, okay.
and he doesn't
Okay.
have like
Usually
a
we count him
specific.
as one of them, not the Lord of all of them. But let me ask him.
Okay.
Okay. To mogi samdu tene gyawa ringa nane sangye namba nangzedi tamjegi tene jigda dawji yin chen sung se tenga. Teren dejin dorji changdi changma irikdare dose. Tati mo gwa lenya di nor song ina daw tengi tengi se dung ngone jina number nangzedi gyawa ringa nane jig re ma to changma i pompo tene imba haku ma song naro ina ngai kelakandi shugo leng. Tene nga ma kachu nangzdu jila tene dawi songpa dawji lab songmogi. Dordona tene gyawa ringa le shenbegi tene dorji chang khonzo changma le yang kyabdare dingi yobadi mogi nga haku sa mare tene ten tangbo insa ti kandi re se gituna.
다디 Sangye Rinpoche da tangere dajian panjari surdam tanzo samso deyang ngarang zo da tade begi Tenzin semgi gangzo di dene gangzo Tenzin dang ngöden gi di tadere kakare di jigwa mare sambegi ngöden dene so mado ngoma jena dene gangzo changmaya jigbara namar nangde dang dorji changne dang ngarang soge ngola dene tade duje ge ngola tade dene namado rangwe ni tade ba gaen yom.
There will be more explanation about Vajradhara tomorrow because we have not done yet in general. But somehow, I have always been saying that when we say different between them, actually we are describing them according to our own fixation, equal thinking way or dualistic thinking way. From them, it doesn't matter. All of them are actually same. No one is better than and no one is lesser than the other one. So if you say Vajradhara and Vairocana are the same, then they could be also same from their own side. But when we say differently, it's based on our dualistic thinking. But anyway, I will explain more about them tomorrow because we're still on Vajradhara. Okay, now Khenpo will do the lung. Since there is no one who wants to ask more, Khenpo will do the lung of white parasol that was requested him from one of the students. I'm sorry, I don't know your name.
Pemala.
Pemala. Pemala. Okay. That's all. We have to make a mandala offering. Sashi Boju, Yungshin Medo, Rablin Shin, Yide Yamba, the Sangye Shinton, Mugdempo, Rugun Namda Shinla, Jabrisho, Simjan Namki, Samba, Loye, Shita, Shita, or Shechon, Tomon, Tewa, Chuji Holo, Gordo, Sol.
Although Lama Rinpoche, Dagi Jura Bede, and Yola, Godenja Megone, Uzon Dogging, Rodon, Tuktora Tuk, Karame, Konde, Tawajing, Shindo, Tibet, Tamba, Jaje, Chunga, Tawa, Shulson. Nama Shajamana, Ye, Teba, maybe Yunjo, Gavarma, Rab the Trivel, Amati, and the Tawajin, the Gavati, the Magajam, the Tamlata Vijil. Tube Zodornene Hadi, Drejeka, Doba Sabandi, the Shelne, Mason Tube Zodorne, Dodon Sungi, Dada, Dodoze. Dini Javi June Yeno, Jajela Me, Tarado, Nyamlemba, Tedaridan, Dorje Tembazo, Tujemobeze, Tara Nyamlende, Karo Dorje Jambeshin. Pima Miraju, Boni Melo, Goro Tado Navo Derma, Juda Jamda Jade, Jajunda, Tonga, Dene, Wanjo, Dorjezo, Bejon Tende Nangi. Zende Nangi Judu, Nyamle, Deshin China Chewa de, Ne Den Cheka, Tene, Dobala, Dorje, Palarede, Nye Danzong. Dewa Jingye Shingon de Na Jaje Chungla Jimne Do Na So Deshe De La Jun Gere Nyamlen De Chanamra Sangye Me Tongba Nye Onge Sembe Tu Kara Yong Jo Le Tenzo Dami Yeme Ranye Ne Dorje Doda Chido Chembe Go Chembe Go Udon Dun She Geba Ni Ja Gar Ye She Ni Ja Ji Rong Geba Se Ja She Ni Ja Marbo She Dong Yuen She Jango Ni Ja Ni Je She Den She Ngomba Ni Ja Tala No Ure Dorje Senda Jen Son Zo Kodo Ka Yen Che Ne Je Wa Bom Surmi De Dang Lo Dara Da Do Do Se Cha Ye Nga Ja Yen Cha Nga Ja Ye Tam Je Sangye Re De Barwa Cha She Ye Nga Shab Ye Nga Ja Chang Be Jige Ne Shab Ye Nga Ja Kun Be Den Ge Ne Sangye Je Wa Tao Den Je Ben Chang Ozo Dugar Dun Ne Semar Korum Babo Tam Je She Se Bara La Se Nasa She De Jen Na De Tarwa Namna Dogar Omgarbo De Maranam De Togar Amarbo To Me Darden Togar Hongwenbo To E Daden Omye Karbe Dar Nga Tenwe Ge Tips Todo Je Yaso Tojo Maso Tomajo Marame Bo Rede Ngarme Je Timbara Nindarang Le Me Bo Bara Neje Tamje Shop Tule Se Bara Jur De Ye Ngandok Lola Masinjang Miwa Gomba Kone Chokba De Gomba Zamgi Nende Ngak Nen Togo Tulwa Guru Chadona Gwezo Dine Ngak Tenba Kele Che On Dorje Zodo Cherdo Ba Chembo Chadonga Wa Chembo Udonga Wa Chembo Chenje Wa Chadonga Wa Chembo Dorje Mishe Barwe Sendaje Dorje Yangma Chembo Sasongi Kingola Nga Se Ma Gwene Dacha Mino Kodang Cheba Tamje La Nina Sendo Songdo Ser Deya na om anale biha de bera banza dari benda ne banza ba ne pet hung so wa hung don benda pet mama raja so wa da dan song je lu ma yi song ne ma dan jing ma tham je che tuen ne ma dan jing ma dan tam ba tham ye sa ro wa Abanaya Sova Shiva Shinem Guru Ye Sova Shebe Bharate Bhara Shebe Bharan De Bharadun Din Adang Thama Sarasun Samne Jube Je Nimbo Dane Nyenye Ngao Te Nim Rangi Gangme Nimba Je Doja Om Sarva Dada Gada Unika Hon Be Hung Mama Hone Sova Ningmo Om Mama Hone So Nyewe Ningbo Hong Choba Shaja Sangye Ye Tudo Duwar Todole Jungwe Lama Dojen Mo Rigbe Jel Moro Chabe De Dida Konde Jebe Sonange Midang Lide Borwa Jumata Dewa Jendo Side Kewarisho Kema Dodo Da Jorab De Ne Dube Jojo Shende Jebarisho De Ne Komge Semla Rige Da Chia Madong Ando Salesho Junlo Migwala so Maze Jangok Tony Bo Janang Gundo Denke Ma Senge Sana Menbe De Seba Mebe Dom Yi Serwe Be Cheba Mejang Te Yi Nondo De Ben Be Mambe Tu De Shab So Nasa Kinge Mambe Jundo Nar Chiwa Dinjen Dam Je De Na Ya Dam Je De Jen Jube Kalba Me Nam Je Chame Chiwa Tok Ta Me Shine Karan Do Chame Azam Rikdo Kando Ke Jang Dong E Je Dita Yela Tenke Mi Ye Na Tamba Dila Tu Dang Tak Do De Nganze Che Che Te Zon Den Zenge Tawi Ke Ba Jaza Den Ran Ne Kajuro Den Juro Tam Je Be Do Juro Te Te Jel Be Kurim Je do la ka juro nane dile samanye jelbe kurin je do dila je jagara mode jana ha janda bege bende do jane ne mane du chi so ko oro jelbo de dila jindo to da shadan de karaden te ne la jane mane te je do dile sabame Chenya Diye Shune Sumbe Ne Shindo De Tik Tu Je Mrana Sangye Je Wa Dangme Dumayi Chila Sona Dane To Bara Sonam Rangi Tobar Song Chakme Nga Dan Leki Tiba Nam Tamje Malu Jangshi Dabar Jo Rangi Sadang Sona Tob Chere Bele Namshi Dine Namje Dine Tebe Jurmada Dewa Jingi Shinda Gewar Sona Tete Kendo Chi Ma Shingam Top Chinme Toba Tengi Dinmade Tobe Sangye Tobla Tanya Wa Dida Rongda Shenla Penbe Je Raga Ase Shunda Nga Tem Pema Tarjin She Je Yige De Tila Ngokta Mata Galtre So China Yishe Chende Namla Shang Kewe Drogen Bari Che Kewe Drogen Bari Che Kenshi Ne Chima Tijin Shindo Kewar Sho Kine Shinde Bame Chobar Sho Manga Lam Tena Chame Sungre Tona Chame
Okay, if you have I don't mind at all of not having any more questions. Just kidding. Oh, okay, please. Oh, no, okay. You have a good exercise, standing up and sitting down. You can do more. So as we have been requested, we will read the Sukhavati, a short Sukhavati prayer first, then our usual dedication. Oh, Yema, oh, Sara Sangye, Nawa, Taye, Da, Yesu, Jo, Tuje, Khenpo, Da, Yanda, Semba, Tuje, Thonam, Lai, Sangye, Shasen, Pame, Korgi, Kor.
Tege Wanzara Pado Meba Ye Dewa Jin Shave Shinkam De Gane Dene Sebe Yurma Tai Gewa Shinge Parama Sheparo Tere Gene Nande Shadon Shoyen Dege Dage Mola Dabande Chojo Sangye Shansen Damje Geme Dobara Sengye Labdoso Teya Taya Benza Deya Bodanaye Soya Wai Chodoy Gyalwa Seje Goya Sonye Zolan Jeyerang Dage de Sangye Sabaya Konjo Samlai Shepapul Gyarve Demba Pekere Gyawa Semje Golango Drogo Sangye Top Gyare Geza Tamje Chitode Dage Gyolai Mengyare Jemye Dane Sozo De Serene Menyamdo Be Sender Sajen Gyare Navje Tsebo Gyurma Dayan Dewa Jendo Gyare Kene Peme Kashe De Luden De La Sangye Sho Changsho Topne Jizendo Trubendo Dembara Yo. The longevity prayer for His Holiness. Gyalgon Nije Ranson Karma Boy Gyalgon Tele Jidon Karma Gyalgon Donsoy Wangur Karma Ba Organ Dron Tele Shabden So Sisha Banjaya Malo Joe Tebe Demba Yere Nebat Tenzin Shebe Gyewa Damban Panjay Gige Yere Shabden Soy Chunga Shenpo Draye Ne Dunga Samjen Targi Kalboy Shewa Samyes Chudun Zijin Shugyreji Sonam Deye Tamje Sikba Nye Tomne Nye Ben Dranayam Pamjen Gega Nashen Balayan Trubai Sipe Solen Ruan Rovarisho Jambul Pawo Chidrai Khenpo Dan Gondo Sangpo Teya Deshin Nedai Gwenye Jason Dalop Gyawan Deda Tamje Rabdo Ngo Sangye Kusum Nyebe Shilab Da Chunye Mingyur Debe Shilab Gende Meje Debe Shilab Shedrang Owa Molan Drubrasho Dushi Legal Galvan Teleba Karma Baden Dembe Nyingbo Chodra Gwenja Khamshe Gemet Takwa Rambe Pebe Drashi Sho Dani Gyawa Tamjit Nyame Takbo Kagyo Dan Kepara Balden Karma Pa Shizu Gendo Mendra Sho.
Thank you.
特记些，阿松。